and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, stay back. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right.
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
152 fighter.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
At the 25-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady? I don't think you got it, son. 13. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, easy. Smooth.
On 2nd and 12. Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Ready? 5-8. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 25. Check. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
61. Match box in.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Yo.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 58. Here we go. 47. Get him. Get him. Get him. Check. Check 24. Check 24. Here we go. Going to 54. Why here? 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Saints is Ted Ginn. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Hey,
To throw, it's Breeze. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
6 man. Easy.
Kamara try the right side. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd down, Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a 1st.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Here we go. Sammy. 55. Right there.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And Ginn's got it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And the Saints 1st down.
Ready. You ready? And I'm coming after you. Hey, easy. Mike 48.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Robert Quinn. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
53. Hey, easy. 48 Alpha. 48
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Saints on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
48 to Mike. I got you, Pop. Hey, Charlie. Here we go. In your face. Easy, opposite.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Right there. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Here we go, 46. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
56 to Mike.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Breeze now to throw. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Over. Let's go. 21. He's coming.
Breeze now on 1st down. This is caught by Ginn. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Kill. Topper. Switch. He's coming. Double up. Hey, box truck. Check. 55 to Mike.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Let's go.
Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. I'm here all day.
Now Breeze again. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. After the sack on first down, Breeze. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
You're good, you're good. Right forward, ready. Hey, Delta.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Camara. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards on the ground. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Elliott. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Ready. 95-56. Watch the run.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 48 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They go to Elliott again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Alert 3. Alert 3. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Complete to Jason Witten. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. A close call here. Did the ball cross the plane? I don't know. From the naked eye, this was tough to tell.
Always difficult when there's such a tangle of bodies around. You're just trying to find the ball and make sure just a portion of it crossed the plane of the goal line.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They come out here in the eye. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Prescott now. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Great start to the second quarter. Better than 30 yards. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, easy. 0-2.
Brees going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, easy. Go. Line 55. Let's go one more.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. Thomas, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now Elliott. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Here's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.